Alright, so to continue on my re-reviews, we got music label Soundwave. And he does come with his little shoulder cannon and his pistol. These do not store anywhere in his cassette mode. It's more, I guess technically it's an MP3 player, but I've yet to put batteries in there. He also comes with 2 extra sets of hands, and we'll show those off in a little bit more detail in a little bit. But it's a pretty cool little cassette mode-esque thing. It's very G1 Soundwave. If you press this button here, it does open up, and this is where you'd actually slide the SD card. It's a micro SD card that it takes. I've yet to ever get this thing to work. And this is actually my second music label Soundwave I've had. And I still can't get it to work, so whatever. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot to show off in this mode. The buttons do click. At least these 5 here. These don't. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to this mode. So what you want to do is come down here, put the hands down, and then you pull these out. You pull up the arms. You pull the legs down. Rotate this down like this, and this will fold down. Fold down the foot. Fold down the heel. Fold down the leg. Rotate like so. Fold this down. Fold this down. Fold that down. And then what you want to do here is you take the shoulders and pull them forward, and that actually pulls them up. There's a little slided joint there that slides them up, and then you just push this little panel right here. You just pull that back, head pops up, and there you have music label Soundwave in robot mode. His head's not staying up very well. That's the problem with the spring-loaded gimmicks like that. Because once the spring starts dying, then the head won't stay out. And that's a little unfortunate. But yeah. Posability. His shoulder does go up and down. He does have a swivel to go in and out. Rotates at the bicep. Bends at the elbow. He has a ball joint just below the elbow right here. So, he can pose his arms quite a bit. Hands are on ball joints. Nothing at the waist. Got a universal joint at the hip. So up, down, in, out. A little bit of a ratchet there. Swivels just above the knee. Bends at the knee. Because of the way it transforms, this is the most you're going to get out of the knee. And that's still, it's not bad at all. And then the foot does pivot more for transformation. But yeah. So there you go. And then for the extra hands, you got, let me pull these out real quick. They're just on ball joints, so you just pop them out, and then you can just pop them right back in. So he's got 3 sets of hands. He's got 2 closed fists. Now these actually work better when you're transforming them into cassette mode. So if you have these on, this is what I would recommend using. Otherwise it kind of wedges off to the side a little bit. So use those for that. Then we've got, let's see here. These 2 hands. These are for the gun. And these 2 hands, which you can also hold the gun with, but their fingers are a little bit more extended, so it's more like he's pointing. So, the way I like to have him, sorry, I just dropped something I needed. So the way I like to have them is I like to take the most extended hand or finger and put it there, and take the slightly less extended hand and put it there. And the reason for that is now you can actually take this and bend it up, and he can actually press his own button. Sort of. Anyway, so there's that. And then you take his rifle, slide that into his hand, it holds on there very well. And then you take the shoulder cannon here, and it's got like what this would be the microphone or the headphones jack would be, and so this port is actually the same as a headphone jack would be, and then just the little red dots forward, slot it in, and there you've got music label Soundwave in robot mode. Now, let's do a couple size comparisons here. Here he's next to the Seeker mold. So Seeker mold comes up to just below the cassette, the top of the cassette door. And then also here he is next to Devastator. See how he stacks up there. For rating, originally I gave him a 9 out of 10. And his head is on a ball joint, by the way. So it does get a good range of motion there. Unfortunately, I didn't know that this thing didn't stick out all the way, because I mean, if it stuck out all the way, and it used to, and it was before I just transformed him again. So he looks better like that rather than like that. And because of that, he's not holding up as well. So I would drop him down to an 8. 8 out of 10. I'm going to have to get in there and see if I can't figure out how to fix that. And then as far as the, if you get this, I highly, 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 highly recommend getting the Repro label set for him. It really, really makes him a much better figure. Just solid all around figure. So I cannot stress how important those Repro labels are for this figure. Other than that, really good figure. He is a little bit pricey. He's in the $80, $90 to $100 range. So if you're kind of on a budget, then the Generation Soundwave, either the Voyager or the Deluxe would be a good option. Either one of those are actually pretty good. I know KFC made a Soundwave, but it was just a retool of their Perceptor mold. I don't like the look of him. So I doubt I'll ever get him to compare him. Just because this guy is my Classics Soundwave. I wish they would have, because I know originally he was rumored he was going to be released as a Classics figure, just with all the iPod stuff gutted out. And I think that would have been really, really cool if they would have done that. But they never did. I guess it compromised the structural integrity of the figure. So, nothing else really to go into with this guy. Really good figure, really solid. I highly recommend him. 8 out of 10. I wish I can give him the 9 out of 10 again, but I didn't notice this head thing until as I was reviewing it, and that really kind of bugs me. So, question of the day. I haven't been doing question of the day as much as I should be. Would be, for your Classics, who's your Soundwave? Who do you have on your shelf, or who are you eyeing to put on your shelf? Music label Soundwave is mine for now. Maybe some third-party company will make a downsize of the Masterpiece Soundwave, and I'll get him. But this guy right now is my personal favorite Soundwave out there. So, there you go. music label Soundwave.